Dana Osgood is in for Keith tonight. A little cooler, cloudier today than we've had the last few days, but sounds like this is short-lived.
Definitely. Once we get into tomorrow and get into the weekend, really it's smooth sailing for almost the next week. So I don't have that much to talk about, but we'll talk about a little bit. So here's what our visible satellite imagery looked like for today. If you were actually in northern Maine today, and ended up being a pretty nice day. Got some sunshine later in the afternoon, and the reason for that is the area of low pressure that brought the rain to southern Maine today has been passing to our south, so it hasn't reached up into the state very far. At this point, most of those rain showers have exited to our south and east, and any kind of stragglers in the down east area will be ending really within the next hour or so. So overall, we didn't see too much rain out there today, but this is kind of as much rain as we're going to see really until we get into the middle of next week. But because we had that area of low pressure hanging around, our temperatures were a lot lower than we would usually see for this time of year, especially in comparison to a lot of the temperatures we saw earlier this week. Only got to 60 in Portland today, only 61 in Rockland. We did reach 70 in Bangor today, but overall as a whole, the state was definitely on the cool side in comparison to earlier this week. Now, it's also going to be pretty cool tonight, so I do want to mention that there is a frost advisory in effect for areas in the northern mountains and also northeastern Aroostook County. This is in effect until early tomorrow morning, so if you have any outdoor plans that you can take inside, if you can't, just cover them up tonight because it'll be a little bit on the cool side in northern Maine. So really the next kind of big weather pattern that we're going to be talking about is this area of high pressure off to our south. And this is really going to be the dominant weather feature for really the next week, and especially as we get into this weekend, which means we'll be talking about both warm weather and also dry weather. So we can see that on the hour-by-hour forecast. So those little straggler showers will be ending within the next hour or so, and then we're going to really clear out overnight tonight, which is why a lot of our temperatures, especially in northern Maine, will drop pretty far as we get to early tomorrow morning. Starting out the day with plenty of sunshine, picking up a couple of clouds in the afternoon. I do want to mention there is a very isolated chance for a shower going into Friday afternoon, but they'll be very scattered and very light, so I didn't add them on the 7-day forecast. But overall, I just do want to mention that there is that isolated chance for 1 or 2 showers in the afternoon. Clearing out once again on Friday night, a little bit cooler overnight, but it won't be kind of frost territory like we will be tonight. Then the weekend, really smooth sailing. So we'll start out the day with plenty of sunshine, picking up a little bit of cloud cover in the afternoon, but still a mostly sunny day. And then once we get into Sunday and really almost all of next week, it's going to look very similar to this. So I also do want to mention that both tomorrow afternoon and Saturday afternoon are going to be a little bit on the breezy side. Overall winds gusting in from the north at about 30 miles an hour at their peak. So this is kind of what we're looking at as we get into the end of the weekend and next week. And overall, it's really not that much. So once we get into next Thursday, that's the next chance when we're looking at some bigger weather. Marine forecast sees 2 to 3 feet, water 54 degrees. So in terms of our 7-day forecast, it's definitely a dry and sunny stretch. Temperatures getting into the upper 70s and even some 80s as we get into the end of the weekend and the beginning of next week. So I think we got a pretty good weekend coming up.
Absolutely.
Not bad. Thank you, Dana.